Hello, my name is Dr. Ruthie. I'm a professional sexuality educator and I blog over at exploringintimacy.com. I am also the author of The Nice Girl's Guide to Talking Dirty, but today I'm here answering questions just from moms on sex and relationships thanks to the great folks at funwares.com. So happy Mother's Day and happy Mother's Day month. And I am so glad that there are such great moms in the world. So yay, I'm glad that you're here. All right, here is a question. I collected all these questions just from moms. And I'm excited to be showing them here. So this mom wants to know, I want to know how to get over my body issues. Short and sweet. That is a fantastic question and a really good one. And it's important to recognize some of the additional things about body issues and also the repercussions of body issues that can happen as moms. If you are a mom who is a mom because you got pregnant, as opposed to, adopting or all the other millions of ways you can become a mom, there's also some special things that happen to your body in the process of pregnancy. And there is this tremendous push to have this body as though you were never pregnant after you've been pregnant. And that's not the way it works because you were actually pregnant. And as you know, if you were actually pregnant, that does a number on your body in all kinds of ways. So, we see all these celebrities who got their pre-baby body back, and you know what? I'm not going to say it doesn't happen because people's bodies respond in all different ways, but that's just not the expectation to have. It is normal to have the flesh of your stomach look different afterwards. After all, it had to stretch way out there to have a baby in it. Your vagina is going to be different, whether you gave birth or didn't, but even more so if you did have a vaginal delivery. Your stretch marks are going to be different. Your breasts are going to be different. Things are just going to be different. A lot of women, their hair is different after they've been pregnant. Their skin is different, all sorts of different things. And so women as a group, we're so trained to be so critical of our bodies and to idealize this 16-year-old perfection that most of us never had at 16 anyway, and to compare ourselves to that. And then when we have the actual additional comparisons of a post-pregnancy body with that idealized 16-year-olds, that, again, body doesn't exist anyway for most 16-year-olds that I've ever seen, sure didn't for me, that's even harder. And sometimes our partners, on purpose, I hope not, but oftentimes inadvertently may make comments that just really hit in the heart and make that difficult, noticing changes in your body or commenting about your body, and not necessarily in a mean-spirited way. It may just be factual or surprised, because we didn't know what our bodies would look like after a baby before we had one sometimes. Anyway, so all of these things can play together and these are real. In addition, it's so important to work on positive body image when we have children because we're not just a role model for the other women in our lives and men, but we're also a role model for the children in our lives who are growing up to either be a woman or interact with women or both. And so having and really asserting a positive body self-image is a wonderful thing to pass to your children. That's a wonderful gift to give them, and it's challenging. It's really challenging. It's so challenging, and in fact, it's so challenging that I firmly believe that feeling like your body is good enough the way you are is a form of active resistance against oppression. It's big. We have to keep working at it and putting energy into it all the time because we are constantly receiving the messages of not good enough. And in order to say, no, I am good enough, we have to say it as constantly as those messages come from outside or inside us. And it begins with a fake it till you make it. It begins with sitting down and saying, all right, I may not believe it in my heart of hearts, but I'm going to say that I'm good enough and I don't need that. I'm going to say that message is wrong. I am going to put on this bathing suit that is comfortable and makes me happy, and I am going to decide to pretend like I don't care about my cellulite until eventually I stop caring about it as much as I do. And that is really challenging, and that's part of that being constant active resistance against this oppression. And we can enlist our friends and our lovers and even our children for us all to help each other with that, to make a pact with our girlfriends, to say we are going to say affirming things about our bodies and gently, lovingly remind each other of that agreement until it starts to come naturally, so that we're not going into bathrooms and changing rooms and chat rooms and saying things about our thighs and our skin and our bellies and our breasts and things like that unless they're positive, loving things. And I would suggest starting with the parts of yourself that you have the most concerns with. This is really hard. This is really, really hard. And it also feels wrong, but it's so important that we have to step up to it. And getting that peer and social support is really important as well. And again, a gift to our children. So it's a combination of appropriate expectations and recognizing that it's going to be a lot of day-to-day work. Now, if you really want to go out there and have a little bit of extra fun and really challenge yourself, I really strongly encourage you to go to a nudist event or location or camp or whatever it is that's nudist. And remember that nudists, naturists, it's non-sexual. So I'm not suggesting that you go to a clothing optional sex party. But if you want to, I would be totally cool with that and support that too. What I am suggesting is that you go to a non-sexual environment where people have learned that it's okay to have a normal body. And it's also okay to have a not normal body, because not normal is statistically a little more normal than normal is, if that made any sense. And you can go to places like this and just hang out. And it's really difficult. Now usually, well, I'm not going to say usually, some of them enforce no clothes and some of them don't enforce it, but it's optional. You may choose to find a place where you can choose your level of disrobing to your own comfort. So it may mean getting like a really nice swimsuit cover up and wearing that until you feel comfortable. But you know, when you're the only person on the beach with your clothes on, you start to stand out more than the naked people do. So you may find a level of comfort in moving in that direction over time. It's so great to get out there and see what real, normal, natural women's bodies are doing at every age, what they look like, and then all of a sudden, you know, it just becomes strangely normal to be cool with every kind of body. And you look at yours and you go, my body kind, you know, my butt kind of looks like that lady's butt, and she seems really happy. Maybe I can be really happy with this butt. And we learn lessons like that. And being able to be in environments like that is so valuable. And in a culture where we cover ourselves up all the time and we boost our breasts with these bras and we suck in our tummies with these Spanx and we do all these things, we forget that it's okay to just have a body and be. And so having those reminders are so important. Think of where you get messages about gender and whether those messages are in your best interest. And if they're not, try and get rid of them. If the magazines you read reinforce something other than what I'm talking about here, get rid of them. They don't deserve your money. If the television you watch and the movies you watch reinforce things about what your body should look like that aren't healthy for you, get rid of them. They don't deserve your money. And they definitely don't deserve to get into your children's brains as well. So this can be big life-changing stuff, right? So approach this to whatever degree is comfortable for you. Just because I said I think it's a good idea doesn't make it a good idea for you. I hope it will inspire you to come up with other things that are better ideas for you if these are not a match. And to put value into that and to realize that it is valuable, not just for you, but for the other women who see you and for your children who see you and how you feel about your body. There is something so strong and so powerful in seeing a woman who feels good about her body, not because she got dressed up that day, but because she's just happy with her body that day. And that's an amazing thing, and we know it on the rare opportunities that we see it. And to be that for other people is a tremendous gift to give them. And, you know, I don't know anybody who can give that gift every single day, but you give it when you can, and you keep working towards it when you can't, and that's okay. I'm Dr. Ruthie. I don't have to see you to know that you have an awesome body, and I mean that unconditionally. I'll see you in the next video.